Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about writing expressions and equations, and at the end of the video I want us to be able to write a linear expression and equation given a written description. So when we are writing these, our goal is to translate a written description like words into an algebraic expression with numbers and variables. So in order to do this, first we're going to look for keywords and then we're going to write it in the correct order. So I'm going to pull up a table of words that you can see that translate into addition, subtraction, multiplying, and dividing. So if you want to take a second to pause and read through these, anytime you see, for example, added to, you're going to add. If you see minus, that's subtraction. Product is multiplication. Quotient is division. So take a second, read through these, and then we'll look at an example. So this one, it says write an example for each. The first one says 3 decreased by a number. So I don't know what that number is, so I'm going to use a variable. It does not matter what variable you use. On these three, I'm going to use n for number. If you want to use x, y, z, the first letter of your name, it does not matter. So I'm going to look for keywords. So it says 3 decreased. I'm like, hey, there's my keyword. Decrease means subtract. So I'm going to say 3 minus a number n. There's my variable. Next is a third of a number. A third technically means division because I'm going to divide by 3. So I'm going to say n divided by 3. And lastly, it says the product of 5 and a number. Product means multiply. So I'm going to say 5 times n or 5n. So that's pretty simple. I'm going to add in a few more keywords here. So our first one is than. Anytime you see than, I want you to write the previous value at the end of the expression. So when you see than, whatever it said, than is going at the end of the expression. So let's look at two examples. So this first one does not have than. So it says the difference of 5 and twice a number. So difference means subtract. So I'm going to say 5 minus 2 times x. Again, I'm using x here instead of n. Totally fine. Now let's see what happens when we put than in it. So 5 less than twice a number. It says, hey, take 5 and put it at the end of your expression. So this is 2x minus 5. So that than word puts the 5 at the very end. So that's than. Next keyword is sum of. So anytime you see sum of, you're going to put whatever you're adding in parentheses. So this says 5 times the sum of 6. I see sum of, I'm like, oh, Miss Kish says I have to put the 6 plus x in parentheses, okay? Let's go on to the same thing for difference of. Anytime you see difference of, you're going to put the subtraction in parentheses. So if it says twice the difference of a number and 3, difference of says I'm putting a number and 3 in parentheses. So do not forget those parentheses. All right. One more. When we are writing equations, we are going to look for the keyword is. So remember, an equation is something that has an equal sign. So when you see is, translate to equal. Here's example number 1. 1 less than the product of 4 and a number is 11. So I'm going to highlight all my keywords. I see less, which means subtract. Than means I'm putting that minus 1 at the end. Product means I'm multiplying, and then is means I have an equal sign. So let's do this in order. 1 less than, so I'm going to put this at the end. The product of 4 and a number, so I'm going to say 4x, is equal to 11. Okay, let's look at one more. So the product of 2 and the sum of 5 is a number, and a number is 8. Let me read it right first. So I'm highlighting my keywords. The product means to multiply. The product of 2 and, so I'm going to put a 2 here. The sum of, I'm like, oh, Miss Kish says when it says sum of, I have to put whatever's coming next in parentheses. 5 and a number means 5 plus x, or whatever variable you want. And then is 8 says equals 8. Okay, so go ahead and try the activity. If you guys have questions, let me know. But remember, go through your keywords, identify what they're asking, and make sure that you're writing it in the same order, looking for, did they say than? Do I need parentheses when they say sum of? And use that list to help you write these expressions and equations. All right, if you guys need help, come see me. If not, I'll see y'all in the next one.